So I've been meaning to do these A2 testings on the cows, and we're finally going to do it today. A vein on their ear, and you need to fill this with blood. So got a needle here, and we have 2 cows and 2 heifers to do it on. Wish us luck. You probably hear the dishwasher going in the background, but I have been boogieing all morning. It's about 11:30 right now, and now I need to stir this pot of cheese for 40 minutes. However, it is no hardship because I have a really good book I'm reading. So I'm gonna read my book and stir cheese, and I'm excited. After this is done, we're gonna go out into the garden and do a bit of, fall cleanup that didn't get done in fall. So I do the first stir, and then it sits for half an hour, and then pour off half the way. Scrub your hand real good, and this next step in this stirred curd cheddar, I stir the curds with my hands because it's the easiest way to stir and also to feel where the curds are at. So they need to be, I don't think it's going to need the full 20 minutes. But I'm going to continue reading. Things that we left down here. This landscape cloth and this twine that I had carrots planted in. This is the sort of thing that we're gonna quickly tidy up today. Oh, hello, Piggly Wigglies. And it looks like this is what Marius built for loading pigs. I thought you were in trouble or something. Just enjoying yourself? We have to load some pigs tomorrow, so this is what he did for that, apparently. Because these ones, and then, so then we'll do it through the trailer up here because we close them in this smaller one. So we probably should be taking this out tonight so that they come into here. Surprised you haven't taken your shoes off.
I'm not taking my shoes off with metal in here. Touching with metal.
This happy boy just woke up from a nap. Yeah? Yeah. Did you have a good sleep? Pizza night. This was olive chicken, feta, and mozzarella. This one was pineapple, leftover pork roast, and then feta and mozzarella. And then a basic one for the boys who don't like fancy pizza is just pork and mozzarella. And it's a beautiful day outside and a lovely day today. Kids milked this morning, and they told me that they think someone is in heat. So I'm hoping that someone is the heifer Star there. Clover, I'm really hoping, is not in heat, and Jess is really pregnant. If Jessa was in heat, that would be a problem. So they told me that Jessa was jumping Star, but that Clover had mucus on her back. So this is a little confusing, but we shall see. Okay, so I see some mucus there that could have been flicked off her tail. I do see dirt on her back. Someone's riding her. Hey, Jessa girl. I know, you're just a big puppy dog. Actually, not a puppy dog. A puppy dog would be a rude. What are you guys doing here? Wait, why do you have goobers? It could just be pregnancy goobers. Do you have goobers? I don't know what's going on here, friends. I just have a bunch of rowdy cows. Oh yeah, Clover's in here. So Jess is following Clover around here. I was gonna see if I can show you what I'm talking about. It is normal. Okay, so see how Clover's standing for it? That means she's in standing heat, which means she's ovulating, which means she needs to be bred. I was hoping you would be in heat. Okay, the funny thing is our friend who AIs, his wife is away, and I was like, we are not inviting you over while your wife is gone because you and Marius will talk until 3 in the morning. They'll just sit at the table and talk all night. All night. Except for they're too old to do that now, so then they regret it the next day, but they do it anyways. They're really tired the next day. So I was like, we cannot invite you over while your wife is gone this time. Well, now I have to invite him over because the cow's in heat.
I want hot chocolate.
What would you like?
Hot chocolate. Hey, that's my favorite water. Oh.
So here's our catch alley and so we have kind of a couple stages to get them in. They haven't ate since last night or something, so they're gonna be hungry. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Are we closing this in some way? Or just holding it?
You just hold it for now. I'm just gonna pour some feed in there. Look at I have Baylor's plan on it, but just give me a pad.
We had booked in all 4 pigs to go, and then we asked the abattoir if we could bring just 2, and then they said that was fine. And then right before this, I texted and was like, hey, would you hate me if I brought all 4? And they're like, no, it's fine, just bring them. And we didn't know what they would weigh, but they actually ended up weighing way better than we thought. So the finished weights ended up being 110 aside for the biggest one and 80 pounds aside for the smallest one. We thought they were all going to be under 100 pounds, but I guess because we were used to such big sows and a boar that they just felt like they were a lot smaller than they were. So we're happy with finished weights.
There we go.
Yeah, they're not even using the ramp.
No, I just figured it'd make it easy.
Wow. That was a surprise.
Do you know why that was so easy? Because Dad set it up for success. Dad knows how the pig works and he set this up for success. You're a champion. A big difference that Marius did is normally we're backed up right to that pen, but by adding those panels, he could have this gate open. So we had a bigger, we only had to wait till they just got in, then we could close it versus before we had to get them in farther and then close the divider. So, and then having this raceway was almost like a third thing, whereas before we only had that one thing. We'd lock them in there, and from there we got them into the trailer. So this was really nice and calm, and yeah, give it to Emma. Nobody got worked up. Hamish says that was kind of boring. I was hoping for a rodeo, and Mac and I are like, we were hoping it would go really calm. Pig rodeos are not fun rodeos. It's the wrong rodeo to go to.
Those pigs are small.
So the pigs are not as big as we wanted, but we kind of just really need a break from pigs, so we're just taking. They're way more than that, Hamish, but I'm talking, so don't interrupt me. And we actually don't even have them all sold. Nobody's wanting to buy sides of pigs. So we have basically just enough freezer space. We're going to get them back, and we're going to package them into boxes that are just like a couple $100s. Sometimes buying a side of pork is overwhelming for people. They don't really understand the process of buying weight, buying meat, hanging weight and that. So we're just gonna do up boxes that are flat rate and yeah, see how those sell, I guess. We're taking a chance.
Still short.
There's the fattest lab you ever seen.
Easily.
He promises he won't say anything to me backing the trailer up. But I feel like he's just gonna stand there and watch and be in pain watching me do this. Please note, I did amazing. I did pretty dang good. We just started getting quail eggs in. This is the second one. They are so cute.
From her dad.
Is it Dad's quail egg? Yeah, Mac's gonna bring it inside. Let's milk the cow.
In the goat.
Oh, we forgot to take your halter off from when we trailered you last night. We used to leave halters on, and then it was actually with this halter, maybe it was a different one. It got twisted, and you couldn't tell because she was fluffy from winter. And see that black mark there? It dug in and she got a massive cut, and it was hidden by her fluff. And we decided there was no more halters for cows. We do have a halter on a heifer right now temporarily because when she comes in the stanchion, she can get out. So we bring her in the stanchion and then we have to hook a rope up so she can't get out. Anyhow, used to love having halters on them. Now we do these thick collars. I still need to do Jessa and Star. Sorry, I done Star. I need to do Jessa and Rosie, but I gotta get back inside. Marius needs to get going on his projects and breakfast and such. So I was just taking advantage of Clover being distracted, and I had the supplies in these overalls. So I was like, okay, let's just do this. But I'll get the other ones done another day and we'll get them sent off. First step with the excavator here, is a friend of ours running it, is to take apart some raised beds that are falling apart and infested with weeds that we just can't get rid of, and we're gonna redo them. I'm making some mac and cheese for lunch. Marius just got back from the lumber yard because he was buying new roof panels because our greenhouse, you can't see. The roof is not functional. We can't grow in there. Basically, we just wasted our time in the last couple of years trying to grow in there. So we're replacing it this year. $1,500, yo. Better get growing some extra vegetables. So he's done and he's moved on to the ditching. And Marius has got a ladder out already.
Well, John's down and we're gonna look for worms.
Oh, you want to look for worms? Do you need your hands washed, Rowan?
I found so.
Go see Mac. He's already at the sink. I cannot believe how fast he moves. Look at how he's got it done already.
Not bad.
Also, thank you, dog, for destroying my onions that were hardening off. What in the HE double hockey sticks? goodness sakes.
Can we
Puppies.
see if there's any money under them? Mom, can we see if there's any money under them?
Do you want some blueberries, baby Ron?
Do you want some plums, baby?
So I've got my Egyptian hibiscus kombucha starter. I got it from Positively Probiotic. So I've got hibiscus loose leaf tea that I brewed, add in a bit of sugar, and now I'm gonna add this starter and the little bit of SCOBY. I'm super excited. I love hibiscus tea. I can't wait to have fermented hibiscus tea. I'm so excited. I also got a buttermilk starter from them, so I'm working on rehydrating that. I did get a few other ones, but I don't have the bandwidth to do more right now. I already have buttermilk, sourdough, kefir, Egyptian, regular. So yeah, we only have so much bandwidth, people. So the stuff Marius is using is called Suntuff. He's pretty good at this. Looks fairly handsome up there too.
That was my first inclination, was that probably isn't where it belongs to be coming out of to start with.
Yeah. So it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, the kids were just driving around, they parked it, and then it was like that.
Is that pretty funny, Amos? Things usually get worse before they get better, that's for sure. So there'll be power going to over there as well as here. The chickens were enjoying the fresh dirt. So tomorrow an electrician will come and lay all the lines, get it all hooked up and everything. Marius and I don't do electrical. And at least not this big of electrical. And then our friend is gonna come and backfill everything and get it all done. And then I'm gonna have lights in my barn. Just in time for summer, of course.